All right, today we're going to dive into a big one in the world of supply chain, the APICS Certified Supply Chain Professional Certification, or CSCP for short. So what is it really, and why does everyone seem to agree it's the gold standard? Well, let's get into it.
Think about this for a second. It's a question every single ambitious professional has to ask themselves. You know you've got the experience, you've put in the late nights, but in a world where your competition is literally global, how do you make it crystal clear that your expertise is truly world-class? Because that's the reality, isn't it? The whole world of supply chain management is this massive, crowded, and super dynamic global marketplace. The competition out there is just fierce, and companies, well, they need leaders who can cut through all that complexity.
And this right here is a huge shift we're all seeing. Just having years of experience on your resume, it doesn't always cut it anymore. Today's economy demands proof, some kind of recognized standard that says, yeah, this person knows their stuff, whether they're in Shanghai or Chicago. You need expertise that's been officially checked and validated. So what's the answer? Well, the industry has a pretty clear solution, a premier certification that's literally designed to give you that exact proof.
And that would be the APICS CSCP. Its whole purpose, its core mission, is to validate that a professional has this deep, comprehensive knowledge of the entire supply chain, from start to finish. We're not just talking about mastering your little piece of the puzzle here. We're talking about understanding the whole game board. And the credibility behind this thing? It's immense. It's offered by ASCM, the Association for Supply Chain Management. I mean, these guys are basically the global leaders in the field. They pretty much set the standards for how operations management is understood all over the world. And the numbers? Well, the numbers really tell the story. Since this thing launched back in 2006, more than 30,000 professionals across over 100 countries have earned the CSCP designation. That's not just a piece of paper. That's a global community of proven experts. Okay, so what does all this actually mean for you, for a professional? It's about taking your career to the next level by showing you have a real mastery of modern supply chain best practices. We're talking about the heavy-hitting skills, things like demand forecasting, risk management, sustainability. This stuff marks you as an expert, someone with that high-level, specialized knowledge that companies are desperately looking for. And this isn't just about personal career goals. For a company, when you bring a CSCP certified person on board, you're getting someone who can actually streamline your operations. And that means cutting down waste, shortening lead times, and just making the whole business way more agile. And that directly sharpens a company's competitive edge. And, you guessed it, it's bottom line. So you see, it really is a classic win-win situation. The professional gets to advance their career and becomes a recognized expert, and at the same time, the company gets more efficient and more profitable. It's like the skills of one person directly power the success of the entire organization. So what's the secret sauce? What really makes the CSCP different from everything else out there? Honestly, it's the perspective. It teaches you to see the entire interconnected supply chain, not just the little part you work on every day. Think about it. Most of the training you get is all about what happens inside your own company's four walls. The CSCP philosophy, it goes way, way beyond that. It covers every single step of the journey, from the raw material supplier all the way to the final person who buys the product, and even what happens after that. Let's picture it like this. The CSCP makes sure you get the whole journey, from your supplier's supplier, through your own factories and warehouses, all the way to that final customer. This gives you the visibility to tackle those really tricky problems, like the bullwhip effect, where a tiny change in customer demand gets massively amplified as it goes back up the chain. And, this is critical, it also covers the reverse flow, like when products get returned or need to be recycled. It's this complete, holistic view that lets you do real strategic optimization. And that brings us right back to where we started. In this crazy, high-stakes global game, as the source material puts it, demonstrating verifiable expertise is no longer an option. It is a professional imperative. That's a powerful line, right? And it perfectly captures why a globally recognized standard like the CSCP has become so incredibly important. So, the final question really is for you. In a world that demands proof, how are you validating your expertise? How are you setting yourself and your company up for success? Are you ready to take that next step?